Hey, it's Miss Hammond. I'm happy that you are here looking for some speech practice. This video is going to be about practicing making the T and D sounds at the beginning of words. And hopefully if you picked up a packet from me this week, you got some pictures that look kind of like this to practice with. You can pull those out and practice and have them in front of you now, or you can just watch on the screen and use that one to practice later. But okay, let's talk about how we make a T and a D sound, because the good news is you just have to figure out how to move your tongue one way, and then you can make both of them. So you're going to take the very front of your tongue and put it up top, okay? You're going to put it up right behind your top front teeth, okay? And it's going to make a little tap with a little burst of air, okay? So like you can put your tongue up to make that N sound for like no. Practice that. No, okay? Feel how the front of your tongue is going up to touch on the top of your mouth. No, right? So that's that same place. So if you put your tongue up there and start with N, and then you push a little puff of air out, okay? Don't spit, okay? I don't like spitting, but it's almost like that. It's like a little puff of air that you're pushing out of your mouth, okay? And you drop your tongue goes up, and as you push the air out, you let your tongue drop down. Okay, so let's practice that. And I like to tap right here to remind ourselves that our tongue is tapping up top. Okay, you can also feel a little bit like if your mouth is kind of closed, it'll feel a little bit like if these are your top teeth and this is your tongue, it'll feel a little bit like your tongue's tapping against the back of your teeth. That's okay also. You can kind of make it that way as well. It'll be kind of touching on top and touching your teeth. So that's fine. You can think about it either way. All right. So did you get a good sound? Okay. That's the sound we want to start with. Let's just do it once. Okay. Now let's do ta. We're just going to do some syllables. Ta. So make that sound and open your mouth. Ta. T. Okay, I'm going to say it and then I want you to say it. I forgot to say that part. Let's do it again. I'll say it and then you say it. Ta. T. To. Tay. These are weird words. They're not real words. Okay, they're just kind of sounds. Toe. Okay, that's a real word. Toe is a real word. Okay, now let's look at this paper and these pictures. Now all of them are going to start with T. So you can say the word if you can make it with a good T sound, like this first one is teeth. So if you can get that little tapping sound, that little burst of air coming, lifting your tongue and then letting a little burst of air through, then you'll get a good T for teeth. And if that's hard, you can break it into some pieces for now. You can do teeth. All right, this is this guy's tie. Try that word, tie. And again, you can break it up a little bit into pieces if you need to. Tie. Tire. You try it. Toad. We're practicing T, so we're not going to call it a frog. We're going to call it a toad. Here's some toast. These are toys. Number 2. This guy, you may or may not know this character, Tarzan. And this one you know, teacher. So it starts with teacher. Awesome. Okay. Now, if that worked and that was easy, then we can talk about D. So the D sound is the same thing. Your tongue goes to the same spot, you let the same little burst of air come through, and the tongue drops down when that happens. The only difference is with T, it's like a whispered sound. If you put your hand here, you don't feel anything happening with your voice, okay? You don't feel anything when you touch here on your throat. Now, if I make the D sound though, I have to turn my voice on, and I'm pointing right here because this is where your voice is, okay? This is the on-off for your voice. So to make a D sound, put your tongue up, let that little burst of air through, but turn on your voice. D, 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 D. Okay? Try that. D, D. Now when you put your hand here, you should feel it a little bit of like tickling, a little bit of vibration. D, D. And then do t, t, and you won't feel it anymore. Voice on, voice off, but the same movement. Okay, so you can get your D pictures out, and we'll practice those. And again, I'm going to say it, and then I want you to say it. And if you need to break it into little pieces and do the D and then the rest of the word, then you can. But we're going to try to eventually to pull them together. Okay, so if that's super easy, then try putting it together. Okay, D, dancer, deer, desk, dishes, dog. Make sure your tongue is coming up, pushing, letting that air through. Doll. Kind of a weird looking doll. Doll. Door. Duck. Dentist. You can say doctor also, but dentist. Okay, so you guys can continue to practice these. At home, you can continue to work with this in this video as many times as you want. Or if you want to just practice the pictures that you have, you can say the word and then check the boxes. Your parent can put a little check every time that you get the word right. Or they can put something on the pictures, and every time you say it, you get to take it off, like a penny or a Cheerio or something else that you like. So that's another kind of way to make it more fun to practice. You can play tic-tac-toe and take turns with your parent and try to get 3 pictures in a row and put something down on the picture every time. But you have to say the word. Okay, you have to say the picture and practice your good D or T sounds. Okay? Alrighty, well, I'm proud of you for practicing. I miss you so much. And if you have any questions, let me know. But otherwise, miss you. Keep working hard. Okay, bye.